You know, I don't buy leaks or anything like that from just like, oh, this person gets leaks right, man. Oh no, they've called it before. But this is a different situation, okay? This is a very different situation because this is a leak that actually comes from Nintendo themselves. So hello, it's Kibiji. Today, we're gonna be talking about how Nintendo might have just dropped the ball on, or at least the UK Nintendo website, might have just dropped the ball on who potentially could be their next character that they're going to reveal, the fourth character for the Smash Bros. Fighters Pass. And if you don't want any idea, as I usually do, okay, I admit I kind of broke my ways, came across this thing, and I just like, you know what, why not? It's not like the actual character has been leaked, we just know like a pool to choose from. So if you don't want to know, if you still want to be totally blind, I get it. Click off this video, but I'm assuming you clicked on this video because you saw the title and, you just want to know what's up, which everybody has probably already done a video about this by now, but here's my take on the matter, okay? So, here we go. There was a leak recently from the Nintendo UK website that posted, the jazz of this is the Fighters Pass, it's gonna be, and there's a trademark, the copyright thing at the bottom that says SNK, to which if you don't know SNK, that's no surprise because SNK is not a big publisher, developer, or whatever. It's not a big gaming icon, really. They're a very traditional and classic one, and they definitely are still present today. This was really interesting because this is not like somebody theorizing or anything. This is from Nintendo themselves, and they messed this up, and it's an even bigger, sign when apparently this mix-up has been taken down. They took this down, but that's how it is. At the bottom of Joker's thing, you see trademark of Atlas, whoever owns them. At the bottom of Banjo's thing, we'll see trademark of Rare, Microsoft, whatever. That's what happens with these. So at the bottom of this one, you see trademark SNK. So I feel like, this isn't necessarily confirmation, but this is pretty much saying, okay, fourth character is gonna be an SNK character, to which nobody saw that shit coming. Like, did anybody guess that, really? Did anybody guess that? But let's get into what I personally think would be 5 really neat characters for SNK to do. And I had to do some research, okay? Just to let you know, not a big SNK fan. I don't know much about them. If you do, then please let me know in the comments who you would like to see as the SNK representative in this Smash Bros. Pass. And after doing some research, here's the things that I think would make a lot of sense personally. There's only one in here that I would actually really love. These are 5 to me that would make a lot of sense. The number 1, for sure, honestly, my money is on this one, being Terry Bogard. He is the flagship, if anything, he is the flagship of SNK. This is the lead character from the Fatal Fury fighting game that has actually crossed over a lot with Street Fighter. So in the reveal trailer for Terry Bogard, he would be, I can picture this exactly. Ryu and Ken would be in this trailer, who are already third-party guests, so that'd be even, a more crazy trailer that they're not interacting with first-party characters. But yeah, you just see Ryu and Ken be meeting Terry Bogard, and it's like, hey, all 3 of us are in Smash Bros. Now. Let's have a good old-fashioned brawl. So I could really picture this perfectly. And it's not my personal pick, but it's just to me like the one that makes the most sense because Terry Bogard is constantly considered like a flagship face of SNK. But a very smaller character that only had a release in Japan, who has also, however, though, made her appearance in the King of Fighters series, which crosses over a lot of SNK characters in like a fighting game, Athena Asamiya. And I hope I said that right, but I believe it's Athena Asamiya, who starred in her own game, Athena Awakening from the Ordinary Life. She's a pop star singer, and she has psychic abilities, and that's how she fights. She used a Chinese martial artist style sort of a dealio, but she has these psycho powers. That's what she has. She has psycho powers in her fighting style. So she could be very different, She'd be very different from not just the people on the Fighters Pass, but from a lot of the characters in the roster, She's not another anime swordsman. She would have that anime appearance. I give her that. However, I personally would excuse it just because, one, it's a female representative, and that'd be cool. I said in my last Smash Bros. Video, which did great, by the way, we're gonna have a follow-up to that where I'm gonna address a few of your guys' comments and stuff, but she would be a female and have this different fighting style and represent a new company. She meets a lot of like the standards, but she only starred in this one game that was only in Japan. Her only mainstay, like a bit more mainstream, is in the King of Fighters series, but I think she could be a neat playable character in just that different sense, that she could be like Ness and Mewtwo with her psychic style. So, but let's get into some other things that's a lot more likely to me, okay? I think these two are next to Terry as much more likely. The Samurai Showdown series is getting a port to the Switch in the last quarter of this year. That is confirmed. So the two characters that could easily represent this, which, yeah, Samurai Showdown, SNK property, for sure. And it's their biggest new property. And just like the hero from Dragon Quest, it would not surprise me to see a Samurai Showdown character make it in here. I don't want to see another anime swordsman, you know, but at least in this case, it's actually a traditional style swordsman. And the main character of Samurai Showdown is, I'm gonna butcher this name, Hoemaru? I'm sorry if I butchered that, but yeah, Hoemaru would be the protagonist of Samurai Showdown, so obviously he'd be a great person to port over for that into Smash Bros. To represent that. And it's a good business move, you know, to promote the port that's coming to the Switch. And it'd kind of be trolling on the whole anime swordsman haters, which is me included, I admit, because he's literally an anime swordsman. But this is an actual samurai thing. That's the one difference, is that he actually would be a samurai style character, to which there isn't any of those in the game. We got a lot of swordsmen, but no samurai specific style. So that'd be kind of a neat thing. And he's got a bit of a different art style too. He's not just the stereotypical anime looker. He's got the buff style. He's got kind of the Street Fighter style, but you know what I mean? He's just got a bit of a different style, so I could buy it. And if he was in, then I could be a literal samurai Kibiji. I could be a literal samurai Kibiji, so there's that. But another female representative, and she would not be just a swordsman. She would use a dagger, Nakuru. Or I'm gonna say this wrong again, Nokoruru. I'm sorry I keep butchering these names, but Nokoruru is a very recognizable character from the Samurai Showdown franchise, and it lines up a lot with this female leak. That this is nowhere near as solid as this leak about SNK, but there was this thing about, you know, a potential female character that people might not be happy about and not be as well known and everything, to which, yeah, Nokoruru would match up with that pretty perfectly. She uses an eagle to fight and do these dash attacks. She does use a dagger, which is not necessarily a sword, but you know, it's still a blade of some kind. And she's got this kind of whip move. I'm not sure what, I looked at a little bit of her gameplay, but she's got this kind of whip move with her clothing, I think, or it's a chain, I'm not sure. So she's got a decently different fighting style. But yeah, I'd be down for this, you know. I'm very curious to see how the hawk would work. It'd be kind of funny though, because Banjo has Kazooie on his back, you know, which is a bird, and then Nokoruru would have an eagle flying around her back. So there's birds everywhere, I guess. But the one I personally would want the most, absolutely the one I would want the most, no question.
Mission 2, start.
Get a Metal Slug series representative in here. Get Metal Slug into Smash Bros. You know, there's this site called eStarland. By the way, you should go there to sell your games. They pay $1,000 if you have an original copy of Metal Slug cartridges. And there's a reason for that. Metal Slug is a very classic franchise. It's very iconic. It'd be such a neat inclusion to be, you know, that retro thing. He'd be great to go alongside, you know, freaking Mr. Game & Watch and Rob and Pac-Man, you know, these kind of classic video game characters. Not to mention, the biggest protagonist from the series would be Marco Rossi. So if you want to know who to include, yeah, Marco Rossi would be the one. Marco Rossi, again, butchering names, but he would be the one to include because he's the main protagonist of the franchise. He's already been included as a fighting game character in Neo Geo Battle Coliseum and the King of Fighters as well, which again, it's a cross thing between SNK. So he's had a fighting game model been made, so it's possible, you know, but he would fill that void, and my personal void I'm looking to get filled so much being a gun character. There needs to be a freaking gun-based character in this pass. I'm not talking about no Joker just shooting his pistol occasionally as part of his moveset. I'm talking about another Samus in this game that is focused about projectiles. This person is focused with his projectiles, and he's using guns to do so, grenades and so on. The reveal trailer could be like him and Snake doing something, or maybe, I don't know, running into Samus. I don't know what the reveal trailer could be, but Marco Rossi, I think, would be my personal pick for SNK that I would love so much to represent Metal Slug and fill that void of a gun character. I definitely do think Terry Bogard, though, is the flagship that person would represent it the best, but I want to know what you think. You know, I want to chat with you in the comments. Let me know what you think would be the coolest character to be the SNK representative. If this leak is true, I feel like it's just, you know, this is an actual Nintendo one, so why wouldn't it be? But stick around, because I'm gonna have a follow-up Smash video about the potential DLC characters that you, the community, left in the comments of this last video, to which should be appearing in the card below. So check that video out. We'll have a part 2 soon, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Be geek, be proud, be awesome.